Here we are once again on another episode of Hair Mafia.
Woohoo!
I have a wonderful, special. She made it to number 3 on the list of top horror stories in my career. Not because it was super bad. The one and only Shelley.
I was wondering how you were going to introduce me because there's a lot of ways you could have done it.
We can do some alternative openings. How did you think I was going to do it?
You could have called me the Duchess.
Okay.
From the picture. You did that.
Well, actually, a client did that. So for those of you who don't know, she calls me Hair Ho.
He has his own... He has his own highlight on my Instagram.
Yes.
Called My Hair Ho. And it's all about him. And he loves it.
And so somebody... I forgot what it was, but somebody referenced like the Duchess and
No,
Harry
I posted the meme and it was Harry and Meghan's Time cover.
Yes.
And it said it looks like he just
did her hair
and turned around to show her.
So then somebody photoshopped our faces onto them. And it was really funny because they it looked just like us, but like darker. Well, yeah. Her hair was darker than my skin.
And you wanted me to go dark. That's not happening.
And she just hilariously laughed and she was like, we're the Duke and Duchess of burned and bleached hair. I tried to get her to reenact her scream, but she can't recall. She blacked out.
Shock.
She blacked out.
I was hurting.
Well, I don't know about that, but that was your fault. I blame you. I told you to move. I told you don't sit under there.
Like you said, I was thugging it out from my blonde.
So,
as I always will and do.
And your color looks so good. She likes to cheat on me at some blow dry bar. But, you know, they did all right. I like your swoop.
You're the one that said, oh, we need to cut face framing last time.
Yeah, well, here's how I treat you. And anybody that sits in my chair, I respectfully disrespect her. We were looking at her hair. She was almost done. I said, you need a face frame. She was like, probably something like, oh, next time or you think, or like, what would that look like? And I just cut it. And she just sat there.
I mean, I let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Literally. Except for I did have you on a scissor band for a very long time.
Why?
Because I wanted my hair to be long, and then it started falling out.
Yeah.
And
Are we going to go into why that happened?
I had surgery in April.
Life or death?
Well, I would have died eventually if I didn't have it.
That's why I said life or death.
Yeah. So anyway.
But as a result,
my hair started to fall out and has. How much do you think has fallen out? 60%?
Oh, I wouldn't even say. I would say like 30 to 40.
But I have a ton.
Of hair. Let's go back to when we met. I want you to tell the story because I actually vaguely don't remember. I just remember we were like texting or DMing and you were like, I just have a feeling that you're my guy.
Yeah. I probably was stalking you on Instagram.
No, you were. You're like, I love your work. You might have been stalking me since I was in school.
I don't know. So I follow certain hair accounts, a circle, if you will.
Yeah.
And I noticed somebody that did good blonde.
Yeah.
And I was like looking for good blonde. So I found, and then I saw like who you were as a person, and I instantly fell in love.
So these were back in the days when I was really acting a fool. I was active on doing stories.
You've stopped?
I haven't done reels in a long time. And honestly, a lot of people have told me they miss them. And I'm like, I need to find that fire again.
You do.
I mean, don't act like you're burnt out. These embers will turn to flames. Once again, I'm a fucking phoenix. I will rise and I will burn you again.
The topic of fire and burning with you and I.
If only it was a flame of passion. More like hellfire. But anyways, back to how we met.
So anyway, yeah, I found him, loved the blonde. Then I figured out who was I was like, and another thing, I'm just going to put it out there.
Go ahead. Expose.
I don't trust women with my hair.
Ooh, now why is that? That's something we haven't touched on because that's actually a really interesting thing that comes up a lot.
Really?
It has come up a lot.
Because women are vindictive and they know somebody that doesn't like you and they'll mess up your hair.
And I actually get this a lot. I assume it's for the most part in a joking way, but somebody will find out I do somebody's hair and they're like, oh, you should chop her hair off or you should like fuck it up in the back or do it. And I'm just like, ha, 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 ha. And they're just like, so how'd it turn out? And like they will do follow up and I'm like, that's a representation of me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even understand why you don't like this person.
But a woman would do that.
I can't speak to that. Has it happened to you?
I'm
we're
not
here to talk
sure.
about it
Yeah,
all. This is
right.
Mafia. What's on the hit list? Who we assassinating?
I'm
Character and all.
Click.
Locked and loaded.
I mean, I don't know, because we could get to me leaving in the ambulance. I don't know if they did that on
and
purpose.
tell them. So hold on. So she ends up booking an appointment. She's DMing me.
Oh yeah, but I gotta finish because I gotta tell you how when I first met you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were at the Paseo.
Mm-hmm.
You were the only one in there.
Yes.
Small salon.
Yep.
I walked in playing on my phone, never scared.
Mind
By
y'all,
Bone Crusher.
I ain't never met her a day in my
Never?
life. I mean, we were vibing in DMs, but again,
Yeah.
like I didn't know who to expect through the door. I think at the time you really didn't have many pictures of yourself. You've been having to keep a low profile, but that's a story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was a woman after my own heart when she was playing Bone Crusher. And
Thugging it out.
she popped in with a big old purse. And she said, don't worry about what's all in there. I used to be a nurse. And I think I happened to be sick that day and you gave me medicine.
I carry lots of pharmaceuticals.
Sudafed or something like that. But I was nose dripping everything.
I have some now.
She had a ton of hair. She was like, are you sure you can handle this? And I said, we'll see.
I've said that before.
And then about the third appointment, why did you, I think this happened afterward, but you had an event.
Wink and Drinks.
Wink and Drinks.
Download Wink and Drinks.
Well, do you want to tell them what that is?
Well, you are jumping all over the place.
We can do whatever we want to.
They need a counter on here of how many times we say our famous phrase to each other.
What is that?
I can't stand you. How often do we say that to each other? An appointment?
Probably majority of the time. But mainly because I'm sick of laughing. Like we won't get through the appointment on a good time frame if we don't quit talking, because you are really bad about talking shit about people with your eyes.
Oh, yeah, my face doesn't hide anything.
Yeah, and then you want to know more about these people. And I'm like, I can't even do this with you right now. Like the time so there was one time we were laughing so hard it was disruptive. The Paseo, it used to have the sink by the wall. And so I'm a lefty, so it was already hard because it's on the right side and all this stuff. And she said something. And the worst part is we can never remember what we were talking about. But she made me laugh so hard. I peed a little, but I almost smothered her. Like chest was on her whole face. And I'm like bent over in the sink laughing. And people are like, what are y'all doing? And I'm like, breastfeeding. What does it look like? Like she is like legs kicking. They literally thought I was probably choked because you can't see anything but like somebody's like lower half around the corner.
I had tears pouring. But that happens every appointment. We
Every
laugh
time.
until we cry
I mean,
and tell each other how much we can't
how
stand
much I
each other.
startle you. You're like, is my hair burnt off? Or I'm randomly singing a song. And I mean,
Booty popping.
oh yeah, just
Always.
everything stays popping. But anyways, I think you cheated on me the first time. You've always cheated on me out of necessity with your hair.
Well, I've cheated on you once.
No, I count all the blow dries. Except for this one. Because you gave the girl a shout out. And not that I don't get, you are like my biggest hype.
You have a Instagram highlight.
But she had the nerve to say, everybody up in there loved what you did, blah, blah, blah. I said, even though I'm going to tell you no, you should have asked me that was I available for a blowout. And you said, I'm not going to even waste my time. And I said, see how you talk to me? That is how you talk to me.
I can't.
That's why you sitting.
That's because we're in public and I can't.
Whatever. So she had this wink
prison.
and drink event, meeting celebrities, rubbing elbows, thinks she's better than everybody. And I said, Shelley, what's going on with your hair? She was like, look, I already knew you was going to say something stupid about it.
No, you did my hair for Wink and Drink.
No,
yes,
no, no.
you did.
Let me tell you what I'm talking about, because you had another event. You went to some former hairdresser at the school and roll it back. And she went to Sally's and put a level 5 root on you, knowing damn well your shit ain't that dark. And I had to bust through all of that. I highlighted you to heaven. I was still fighting that at your last appointment.
No, you weren't.
Okay. That part was a lie. But it recovered. And I said, don't you ever.
Because you're good at what you do.
Stop.
You love
I'm a
it.
work in progress.
Aren't we
I'm
all?
only getting better.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, but then I found out my girl, she had to take a break from me. You was just going through all that stuff. Health stuff. Remember? You was like, I'm going to come. Duh.
Yeah.
She comes through the door. I don't even know whose silhouette this is. Just skinny. How much weight have you lost?
Over 70 pounds.
Girl, yeah, I mean, she was wearing spandex. I said, I'm going to have to get on Amazon and get you one of them fake camel toes because everything thin on you. We need to make sure that thing is fat. But...
I do look completely
it's slim
different.
And I would say, like, there was nothing wrong with you before. But I'm just like, it's amazing to see.
I was a little hefty.
You have meat on your bones. But by no means would I be like, oh, dang, she's big, needs to lose weight. But I'm just like, to see where, like, what your body has done health-wise.
Right.
It's pretty incredible.
Thank
I'm
you.
just glad they caught it before it was too late.
Yeah, and actually my 1-year diagnosis is December 1st.
Mm-hmm. Like, we've actually been through a lot together,
We have.
personally and hair-wise.
We have.
And we have a lot of people in common, but those are crazy-ass stories.
Nope, not going there.
If you don't believe in 7 degrees of separation, you need to believe in like 4 degrees. Because I'm like, she started naming off 3 people, and I said, I know who that is. And this was like 10 years prior.
I wish I didn't know him.
Them. It was multiple.
I know. I said I wish I didn't know
I thought
them.
you said him.
Oh, well, I don't know her.
You still watching Big Brother? Because I remember the first appointment. That is a staple in my memory. I'm like, this woman really wants me to watch this all-star shit of people living in a house.
Big Brother is on in the summer,
Okay.
so it's over. All Stars should start in January.
You excited about it? You gonna have a watch party?
I don't know. I'm not having people over to my house.
What's wrong with that?
Who's going to come? You?
Absolutely not. I don't watch that.
Okay, well.
Anyways, so where was I? You cheated on me, I'll say twice. I just feel like you need
color
permission.
once.
I just think that the journey that we've been on, you need to ask me permission about what you do with your hair.
Okay. Well, I'm never cheating on you again, except for blowout.
I understand that desperate times come, but I'm like, at least tell them to have the courtesy to ask me how to treat you. Anyways, do you have any questions for me? I'm tired of talking. My mouth is dry.
Do I have any questions for you?
Yeah, like as a hairstylist, maybe as a person. I know you want to just
I know way too much.
You don't know shit about shit.
I know way too much. Am I your favorite client?
No.
Are you just saying that because other clients watch?
Absolutely not. I can honestly say I don't have a single most favorite client, but I have favorite things about a client. So that's why I couldn't say like a number one.
I do have a question for you.
Shoot.
AJ. When are you going to, after our appointment, take me to the front of Lotus in June, hold my hair out in golden hour, and post me on your Instagram? Do you ever post me on your Instagram?
I posted you twice. It is on my feed. It's the back of your head. You want a full face shot? You want a facial?
Can't stand you.
Well,
no, but I see every day all these he hasn't put. It's been a year. You were at Paseo since you posted me when you told me to spin.
you don't take direction well.
Sorry.
Well, do better. I'm improving. Where are you at?
70 pounds down.
That ain't got nothing to do with your follicles, with your posing, with a little bit of.
Well, now that I'm more comfortable, what do you want me to do? Get naked? Will you take my picture then?
Girl, we ain't doing no boudoir blonde. Okay.
That'd be kind of hot, though.
Get some weave.
I can't afford weave. I got a brand new Cadillac out there.
I ask you to talk about your pocketbook, honestly, but you know what? Don't even act like that, because women always find a way. Y'all be doing tox, fillers, hair, nails,
Almost
lashes,
time to go see Joe.
tattooing your eyebrows, feet did, full body wax, nooks, cracks, and crannies, Brazilians, lifts, surgeries, this, and you gonna try and tell me you ain't got no money?
I
for a row?
asked you if I needed a row, and you said no.
Well, I'm not gonna BS you. Do you need one? No. Do I want you to have one? Absolutely. The more hair, the better.
I have a lot of hair.
You did.
I'm not going to say it.
Say what?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyways, so there was, tell them the story about, so she comes in her first appointment. She was like, you know, I'm famous, right? And I was like, I really don't. I don't know many people in this industry, let alone. She was like, no, like this is a for real story. And I'm like, shoot, maybe I'll know it. Proceed.
This was probably 10 years ago, maybe.
I thought it was like 5.
No, it was like,
You did have a Facebook anniversary for it. I happened to like message you the day that it happened, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I would always get my hair done. It was my birthday too.
Yeah.
I would always get my hair done on my birthday because you go out. This was back when I would go like downtown to the clubs. I had people on their way from out of town, had hotel rooms booked, coming. I'm at this place.
I don't like how that setup was going. That sounded a little escorty, some White Lotus stuff.
No, these were my friends that were coming in from out of town, and they had hotel rooms that they were going to stay in.
Okay.
I was going to stay
With
elsewhere. We're not naming names. Anyway, so I'm getting my hair done, and I was real blonde. And I was like,
She had a platinum card.
I
It's
did.
platinum, as good as probably platinums could be 10 years ago.
Right. So they decide, apparently, they're like, we're just going to put it, they put it straight on my scalp.
Yep.
40 volume. And it's August. I'm in shorts and like a tank top under the cape. And I start getting hot.
Sweating.
Like, I'm like, like, I'm really hot. And I'm like, is it anxiety? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Take the cape off. My whole body looked like I had been in the Mexican sun for 9 hours. Then my face starts puffing up, and I'm like, I think my throat's starting to close. I was like, you have to get this off my head. They're like, it hasn't. And I'm like, you have to get this off my head. Like,
So how did you conclude that it was the bleach?
well, I went to nursing school, and I knew I was going into anaphylaxis. Like, my throat was starting to close, and I knew there was nothing else.
Yeah.
And my head was, talk about burning on.
There's nothing in this
Fire.
world that I could do to your head that compares to what
Nothing
did.
anybody could do. So they get it off, and they're all just like running around freaking out. And I'm like, I need an ambulance. Like, my throat is going to close. I don't have an EpiPen. Guess who called the ambulance?
Y'all not even gonna do a trach on me.
No. Guess who called the ambulance? Me.
Oh. So they were just running around?
They were too freaked out to call the ambulance. So I called 911. They come in. They got it off my head, start an IV while I'm at the bowl so they can give me Benadryl.
And your face swelled up.
Puffy.
What's that movie with Cher where she got that son? What's it called? Mask.
That's
Ain't
a
that-
really good movie.
It is. It's real sad. I was scared as a kid, though.
Yeah.
Did you look like
Rocky.
that? I feel like you showed me a picture.
I don't have any pictures from that. There's a picture from that night because I
That's
still
what it
went out.
was.
But that was a Waffle House at like 3:00. But you can still see on my chest the red splotches. Because
I believe what allergy you
strapless.
might have suffered from was, it's called an MDM allergy. And it's common in a lot of lighteners or
Yeah.
bleach.
But I've never had an issue since then, and everybody said it's because they put 40 volume just straight.
I mean, it's
on the
blowing your
scalp.
cuticle. If it's on straight on your scalp, it probably opened up your scalp and did cause, it did cause all of that. But I'm like, there's no reason for 40 volume. 20 volume, 10 volume can do the job. It's just a matter of speed.
No foils. Just bloop, bloop, bloop. On the
And
scalp.
here you are thugging it out.
Still with foils.
How long did it take you to get your hair done again? And did you go back to that stylist?
No. I
Did you pay
not.
for it? Did they pay for your hospital bill?
I never got an ambulance bill, a hospital bill, nothing.
Dang,
They
'cause
had
that
to
almost
have covered
killed
it.
your ass.
On my birthday. I would have died on my birthday.
Dang, you know what though? They didn't get to finish your service. So what did your hair look like after?
Well, you saw the picture.
I don't remember.
I mean, it was kind of yellow.
So it lifted enough for you to look decent.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't happy with it because, me and blonde. But it was only on for like 4 minutes.
Well, yeah, 40 volume. It's going to do something. It'll look like the color of piss.
But I literally could, when I had to go back to the salon, I had to take Xanax and I would almost have a panic attack. Like you would have to put the cape on really, really loose.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you asked me to put it on loose the first time because you were
Yes.
like, I trust you, but I am a little nervous.
I
Because
get
you were
it.
like, nobody really gets my hair right. And I'm like,
And
oh,
I've
we've heard this before.
And now you know why. It's just anxiety. As soon as I can smell the smell of a salon, it just like takes me back to that. But now, when I go to see you, nothing needed. I'm excited. It's like Jesus Christ himself came down.
We are created in his image.
BB and Cece,
I forgot what that means, but
not.
somehow we got those nicknames.
Yeah, that was one time at the bowl.
But, one time I got kicked out of church because I tried to look under Jesus's garment. No, for real. Because they were like, I
They
was just
kicked
like,
you out.
I mean, I got like reprimanded.
What were you looking for?
Big Ben.
Who reprimanded you? The pastor?
I don't know.
A deacon?
It was some man grabbing
Your
on
mother?
me. No, I wouldn't try that mess in front of my mother. I got respect. Wouldn't try and embarrass her. I think it was like a Christmas play thing or something.
Was
Rehearsal.
was it a statue or a person?
I really don't remember because I used my foot to like lift the thing. You know, that was like, touch the hem of his garment, blah, blah, blah.
Just curious at 6.
Just a pervert.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's gotten worse. So what's your favorite part about getting your hair done? It doesn't have to be about me, but like, is it the ambiance? Is it...
But you
You
wanted
still
about you.
really haven't met Tracy,
I've never met Tracy,
which is so interesting. Out of all the times you've been to our salon,
but I
think
always
the
come
last
on
time-
Saturday.
well, no, because I think you actually just finally saw her in passing one time.
No.
You've still never
Never.
met her.
And when you did the number 3 and we're telling the story, and she was like, "Oh, I know who you're talking about," I was like, "She hates me."
Tracy don't hate
And you
nobody.
were like, "No, that's just her
Yeah,
personality. That's just her demeanor."
mm-hmm.
But
Because Tracy knows, like, she remembers everything. Like, I could just barely talk about somebody. She's like, oh, that one girl, she'll know their name. I'm like, I don't even remember their name.
it was like when you told how
Yeah.
I was talking about my ex, and
Yeah, small
she
world.
was like,
because
"Oh."
of the one salon owner. 3 letters. I can't really speak on that.
Huh?
I can't say it.
No, it's an extension line.
No, I know. I was referencing the name. Anyways, moving on.
Oh, sorry.
There's something I want to circle back to.
Sure.
You were talking about women are vindictive when they're doing your hair or whatever, whatever. So I don't know about that per se, but what I will, when I have heard this, well, actually I got 2 sides of it. There are some women that absolutely will not let a man do their hair. So there was this lady, she was trying to get in. Trace was like, oh my gosh, like AJ can do it, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, hey, will you send me his Instagram? She goes, AJ's a guy, I don't let men do my hair.
What?
I wish you saw a picture of this person because I was not offended by her turning down the opportunity. I wish I could reenact it. She smiles like this.
Oh.
And she has like purple eyeshadow, but it's not blended. It just looks like she has black eyes. There was also somebody that looked like Dog the Bounty Hunter. That was funny.
Have you ever cut a mullet?
On purpose, though. On purpose. Plenty of them in hair school.
Really?
I was doing hair in Moore. Moore has a unique set of people that will come to hair school and ask for some very episodic hair. Stuck in their time. But no, so to kind of get back on track, some women that prefer men to do their hair, they say, I just feel like men listen. Like women will act like they know what.
Gay men listen.
No, not even that. Because I think I pretend to listen to about 50% of what people do. And I just say, and then I do what I think will look better on you.
Percentage
And then
that you listen
love
to
it.
me.
Probably the first 10 minutes. Just to make sure you don't want to do anything different.
I tell you to do whatever.
Yeah, I think the only feedback you ever got me is you said, I love it, but let's not go as Ash this time.
I didn't want to go as cool.
Yeah, as cool, which honestly, that was kind of an accident, and I just played it off.
Why do I find out you made my hair spaghetti noodles?
I didn't. Ramen noodles.
Noodles. Wet ones. That was the first time I heard that. Was on this podcast.
What you don't know won't hurt you. Ignorance is bliss.
That is very true.
Because if I was just so transparent with you, would you have come back?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to look for a reason why I kept the truth from you. I'm sorry. We're better than that. No, we're not.
Yeah, we're not. So you're never going to lie to me again.
Probably. Everything turned out all right.
I never lie to you.
I don't ask you anything for you to lie.
True. I tell you everything.
You really do.
You probably know more about me than...
You know, that's a testament to our friendship because you really have let me in. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You still haven't found me a man, though, so...
I try. That guy the other day, you posted a picture of somebody and I said, I put the eyes, and you were like, no.
Did you find them for me, or did you want to know if that was a thing?
He was hot, and I thought you guys would be cute together.
I can't trust your judgment.
I can't trust my
We're running out of
judgment.
time. That is true. I'm glad you're self-aware.
I'm
Do
single.
you have any closing arguments, statements, grievances, or love to show before we end it?
It was too short.
I know.
We weren't even ourselves. Like
No,
we didn't.
you weren't yourself.
Yes, I was.
Okay. You over here shaking and nervous.
I've never done this before.
I've said that plenty of times.
I mean, I had to start somewhere. The line of people requesting me to be on their podcast is quite long. Now I can tell caller daddy, sure, I'll do your show.
Thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.
If I'm ever in a bind, I'm going to call you again. Thank you guys. Happy
That's not
Monday.
true.
Love. Yeah, maybe not.